sometimes it is good to take a step back from your daily business and take a moment to reflect and pray with the Gospels. You may have spent too much time studying or working or planning different projects. It frequently happens that as you allow the daily whirlwind of activities to take over, you find that you may have distanced yourself from Jesus. Because of this, our Lord calls you back to Himself and wants to show Himself to you. With Him, your heart will be strengthened. With Him, you won't be alone. This is what happened to the apostles. Our Lord wanted them to know Him more personally. He wanted them to know more about Himself. So He took 3 of them to a high mountain, which is traditionally understood to be Mount Tabor in Galilee near Nazareth. The top of Mount Tabor has a rounded shape and is clearly visible from a distance because it stands alone in a vast plain as you approach the hills that surround the city of Nazareth. So try to imagine the apostles and our Lord walking up the mountain and reaching its summit from where they could see an amazing scenery in any direction that they looked. The Gospel of St. Matthew tells us that Jesus took Peter, James, and John to a high mountain, and He was transfigured before them. And Peter said to Jesus, "Lord, it is well that we are here." And a voice came from the cloud, saying, "This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased. Listen to Him." Walking up that mountain was not an easy task. The apostles had to walk for quite a while, following our Lord, not knowing exactly what the purpose was of all that effort. But they trusted Him, so they followed humbly and embraced the sacrifice just as the 3 apostles followed our Lord up the mountain. The one who follows Christ through the path of sacrifice and humility will surely find Him. When we seek Him with a humble spirit, Jesus reveals Himself to us as He truly is. And when we find Him, we will be reassured that it was worth following Him. Jesus never disappoints, even when there might be crosses involved in following Him. Unfortunately, we are not always willing to follow our Lord. Is it not true that we often doubt Him or follow Him only when it's convenient? Don't we frequently pray for help but choose not to obey His commands? How easily we complain to God for the smallest crosses. When my prayer becomes cold, I should ask myself, is there something getting between my heart and Christ's?
Ad lucem quam in habitas, sacri solemnis, iunctas in gaudia, et ex precordis onem precor.
Once they get to the top of the mountain, our Lord is transfigured before them. They see Him as they have never seen Him before. His divinity shines forth from His humanity, and they are overwhelmed by this revelation. Moreover, God the Father speaks to them and tells them, "This is my beloved Son, listen to Him." Sacrifices are a part of this life. If we learn to embrace them, we will realize that God gives us His grace in abundance. Try to embrace the life of faith. Try to embrace prayer, and our Lord will bless you even when sometimes you have to embrace some crosses on the way.
De Sacipite